what's up everybody? Hi, how's it going there? This is Curtis Kamiya with the Practicing Musician newsletter. Here with some tips for you this week. Hopefully this is something that's really helpful for a bunch of people. I have my 3 most important tips for new singers. Hopefully these are some tips that will help you get going on your journey. These are tips that I've learned after many new students coming in off the street and are kind of casual singers and they want to just try their hand at some singing lessons and see if they can get better. And these are the 3 things that for many of them, I share with right off the bat. So let's get into it. Number 1. This is the first thing to just kind of think about. My tip is to know your vocal range. That is to say, you want to know how low you can sing, and you want to know how high you can sing, and probably the most important little bit of information is know where your break is. Everybody who sings, almost everybody, has 2 different ways of singing. There's a chest voice, which is kind of in the middle and your low notes, so something that sounds like la 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 la. All that is all your chest voice. Where I'm talking, this is all your chest voice. Now if you sing in your chest voice up to a certain note, past that note, you actually can't sing in your chest voice any longer. You have to switch to your head voice, which sounds like ooh, up there. Knowing the note at which you have to switch from one to the other is very, very useful. Let me give you an example. This is me and my vocal range, but I know that my chest voice extends to about, extend up until about an F sharp. An F sharp is about as high as I can sing in my chest voice. And I'll give you an example. If I sang ma 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 ma, that's pretty high for me. Ma 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 ma. I can still hit it, but again, it's pushing it. Ma 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 ma. That's probably as high as I can go. Ma 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 ma. Then I'm in my head voice. Ma 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 ma. Ma 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 ma. And so that note, F sharp till about G, between F sharp and G is where my vocal break is. The reason that's useful is that I know that I have to sing in chest voice in a song that is above F sharp, then I know that I have to change the key or alter the melody or something, or not sing that song. And that's really useful information. If I'm going to sing Count on Me by Bruno Mars, it's pretty high. It goes, count on me. Right there, that's a G. I can't really hit that in my chest voice. Many other people can, but I have kind of a lowish baritone voice. For me, it's central to how I look at music, what I choose to sing, keys I choose to change to, etc. So that's my first tip. Know your vocal range. Most importantly, know where your break is so that you can adequately key songs for your particular voice. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2. This may seem kind of obvious, but that's okay. I'm going to say it anyway. Sing the melody in the right octave. This is just another tip. Many people come in here and sing a song. They'll, for example, take the song Count on Me. It goes, count on me. It's pretty high. And they'll sing it, count on me, down there. Now that's comfortable to sing, but that's not the notes that are written. And more importantly, if the song is keyed high in your voice, it forces you to sing with a certain amount of passion and power and strength. And if you sing count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there, it's just not as effective. It just doesn't sound as good. This is something that plagues a lot of people. They just sing it low. They sing songs an octave or sometimes 2 octaves too low. Often girls will do this. They'll take a song that a girl is singing really high and sing an octave below. So this is just a tip for you. Sing songs in the octave that they're written. If you have to move down a little bit, that's fine. But if a song is intended to be high in your vocal range, you want it to be high in your vocal range so that you sing with the same amount of passion and strength and power. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, and again, this might seem obvious, but these are beginner tips, and this is something that I have to say all the time. You have to commit to singing the right note. Commit to singing the right note. Whether or not that note is hard to sing or difficult, it's uncomfortable or doesn't sound good. All these are, I understand reasons why you might not sing the right note. But we have to start from a place where you're singing the right note. You have to start from a place where you're singing the right note. Otherwise, it's very difficult to find your way. So let me just take another example from that Bruno Mars song. It goes, count on me. No, that last note is a G and it's in my head voice. Like 1, 2, 3. It's high for me and it doesn't sound very good. I know I don't have a really nice falsetto, so I know that it doesn't sound good. But you have to commit to singing the right note. So I switched to my head voice so that you know where it's supposed to land. Many people will just sing the wrong note. They'll sing, count on me, something like that, and just change the note entirely. It is, in my experience as a teacher, if you don't know where the melody is, you are going to get lost real quick. And usually that's the case for someone who just chooses to sing a different note, or unknowingly, kind of goes astray because they figure, okay, well, that note is so high, nobody would sing that note. Well, Bruno Mars would. So the tip is, again, commit to singing the right note, regardless if it's too high or very high, regardless if it's uncomfortable, regardless if you don't sound that good. You gotta sing the right note. Only then can you make some progress in what it is that you're singing. Okay, that's 3 tips. Hopefully that's helpful to you. These are tips that I share with new students, new singing students that I see all the time. And hopefully this can help lead you in the right direction and make you a better singer. Again, this is The Practicing Musician. This is a weekly newsletter. If you like what you hear, if this is helpful to you, I want to encourage you to just subscribe below. You can also go to curtiskamiya.com and give me your email address, and I'll send it to you in your email inbox. Until next week, enjoy the music playing. I'll see you then. Mahalo.